gathering and starting to howl in Carter Finley Stadium as they are ready to see NC State go to work. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Red Raiders will boot it away to start the game. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Wolfpack offense comes out to get things started in this one. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football away from these big fellas up front because they take games over.
And get the ball out quick. Like when you've got a defensive line that can penetrate, that can get TFLs, get sacks, it's going to be on this offensive line to buy a little bit of time, but also the ball to come out quick, win in the secondary right now.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Off the play fake. Here comes the heat. He's got it on the outside. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Get a big play like that last one, you flip the field, you change the momentum. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 38. Here's the handoff. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
To throw, it's Bailey. Rushes on him. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Almost got to the sticks on 3rd down. Able to pick up 6, but they're looking at a 4th and 1. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll have to find the line and generate some power, a 46-yarder from the left. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Red Raiders offense will go to work for the first time today. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here. And you're going to see them get the ball in a variety of ways. We're seeing offense change in college football, and one of the biggest reasons is the versatility now at the tight end position, and these are two of the best in the entire country.
The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Got a man, it's West. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. The Red Raiders line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Back to pass, it's Bailey. Out of the backfield, he's open. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, get in that rhythm. Find that timing at the wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
Back to pass on second down. Working that left side. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Use the play fake. Now to throw. It's complete to the right. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. The Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. Wants to throw again. That's caught. It's Anderson.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Trying play action. Quickly to the tight end. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. That took every ounce of leg strength he had to sneak that one into the left corner. The lead is 6 in the 1st.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Morton. They'll run the screen. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet on.
Turning it on! There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. First play of the period, 1st down here. Might as well give it to him again. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. At the 35, he's loose. It's a seam wide open. Almost took it all the way there, but but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got to be able to score points on this drive.
They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Back to throw, it's Morton. Plucks it out of the air. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Running back searching for a hole. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. And as a holder picks his spot, it'll be a 25-yard attempt. And this one is perfect. The lead is down to a field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
Yeah, and listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
Now the play fake. Got it behind the line. It's Hendrickson. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And listen, the play call, he didn't get anywhere. The fullback got no yards, but I do like the offense's willingness to throw him the football. Make everybody a target, right? Find everybody on the field. He's usually blocking. Sometimes you can sneak in there and make a big play.
Looking deep down the right side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. He gets his first one of the day out of there. They used him 3 times in that loss last week. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Morton. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Non-name receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Makes the grab. It's Virgil. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play. On
the ground, it's Joyner. They almost almost got a first down there. Stopped a yard short. It'll be third down.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. And the Red Raiders are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to go.
Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. Going for the marker on the ground. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. That's a good spot on the field to go for it. Really, everything to gain and not much to lose.
Yeah, and most coaches discuss or know pregame warm-ups how far their kickers can kick it. Do I have a boot to even consider this? But I think you want to stay aggressive regardless and go try to get extra points.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to throw, it's Morton. Going for it all. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, and making a big play.
A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Going right to work up top. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up second and 5, third and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you could tell just a little bit off, and the defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Finds his man. It's Hudson. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on third and long. To the air, it's Morton. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. On the run, it's Joyner. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best environments in the game, and Raleigh has given us a fun first half. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas in Carter Finley Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. NC State will kick off to start things here in the second half. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
To the air, it's Morton. That's caught. It's Hudson. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. From the gun, the ground game. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Catch in the middle. It's Virgil. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Quarterback running on the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. The Red Raiders with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air on second down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half. Man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
Finds the tight end. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. Quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Gets drilled as he releases it. The ball just trickles to the ground. Dropping back, it's Bailey. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the third quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play. off the bootleg and rolling out. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And you usually don't bring in dime packages for running teams. You bring in dime because you know they're going to throw the football. You got more speed on the back end to cover, and defensive linemen know they have their job to do. And their job is to go get that quarterback and get that sucker on the ground.
NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together. He lets one fly deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And the defense doing its job again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground, forcing a third down situation likely to be a pass. Both defenses have played a really good football game so far.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. And the Red Raiders will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Hard running there. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to pass, it's Bailey. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Nice play by this defense again, and I feel like it's a broken record, doesn't it, guys? Like, seriously, both defense playing at a high level. Which offense can get a spark, make a big play, and get something going?
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Caught over the middle, it's Rogers. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
A late hit moves the ball up 15 yards. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Looking to throw on first down. He's going to take off. Short gain on the play before he slides.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
We've reached the break. It's NC State on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Using his legs, it Smothers. Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. Third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Off play action. They're working that left side. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
That was right on the borderline. You want to make that quarterback feel you, but the official thought it was a little too much. The roughing the passer penalty. And guys, bringing the heat is what any defense is about, but you have to stop short of making that official reach for his flag. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now it's tough sledding on the ground.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And the offense, they're just trying to be physical. They're trying to run this ball in down close to the goal line. The defense, though, they're having none of it.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Right on the money. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Never a doubt. And now it'll take a touchdown to at least tie them a 6-point lead here in the 4th.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's got great speed. He'll be out of bounds at the 36-yard line after a solid return. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Using his legs, it's Joyner. He's knocked out a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
No need to get cute there, especially when they allow you to push the quarterback forward, and they do, and get the first down.
Yeah, the quarterback just does a nice job finding the crease, right? Which side of the center am I going to go? I got to get low to the ground, and I'm going to have my buddies behind me trying to give me a little extra shove to go get that first.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
That's just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Got some of the work done on 1st. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. To the air, it's Morton. Got it in the middle, it's Virgil. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Grabbed over the middle, it's Carter. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. The Red Raiders will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw again. The short hand, it's West.
Well, they don't pick up the first down there, but in this 2-minute situation, they need their quarterback to be decisive, to be accurate, and make really good decisions. And we'll see what he's able to do as they inch closer and closer towards the goal line.
They're looking to throw on second and short. Grabbed in the middle, it's Hudson. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Now that drive right there is exactly what you dream about. That's how you want your offense to perform. Under a clutch situation, you take the ball down the field, get the score, and now an extra point away from taking the lead late in this ball game.
Big extra point coming. It would give them the lead late. And they did need that extra point to take the lead, and now they have it here in the fourth. And that one ought to help us build the drama down the stretch. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
And he dropped it, just didn't hook the thing all the way in.
Well, they don't connect on that throw, but you're seeing the 2-minute drill live and in full effect for this offense, something they practice each and every single week, looking for the sidelines, using the clocks, understanding the timeout situation. But these are plays they feel like they can run in their sleep to put themselves in position to kick a field goal here late.
Offense takes a timeout, 27 seconds left.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole and the quarterback throwing a strike.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Got to save every precious second, and the spike stops the clock.
No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
A huge pressurized kick coming right now as this game hangs in the balance. The defense will use a timeout here. There are 16 seconds left to play. This for the lead and very likely the win. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
That last field goal looks like the game winner if they can keep them from getting in field goal range here right at the end. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Morton. Right down the middle. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
This offense hasn't had a ton of success today. It's because I think of some of the issues in the passing game. They've never had the rhythm. Protection has been a bit spotty and iffy. Quarterback's got to raise his level of play here late in this 2-minute situation if they're going to get the win.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
When you're down late in the game, you got to make plays. It's really tough not to force the football. You can tell quarterback forces the football. Defense comes up with a huge interception.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. The offense just wants to run out the clock in this half. The D still has a couple of timeouts if they want to use them. Both of these offense sputtered and stammered like a 73 AMC Pacer if they made one of those back then, and ultimately they come up short.
Sounds like a beautiful car that you just want to run better, and that's the problem with this offense right now. They've got the guys to make the plays, just not able to execute here today, Dave.
It's frustrating because you want to make those plays, especially offensively, but you got to find a rhythm. You got to find something you do well and kind of stick to it. That offense couldn't find anything they did really well, and that's why they couldn't put points on the board.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation